County Antrim is a county with a big stories to tell. It's home to the Northern Ireland's capital city, Belfast, birthplace of the Titanic, the world-famous Giant's Causeway, and it serves as a great launching pad for travels across the rest of Northern Ireland. The coastline of County Antrim in Northern Ireland is renowned for its scenic beauty, possibly the world's best driving routes, the Causeway Coast Route, clinging to its edge. The Giant's Causeway, sitting at the northern end, takes centerpiece as the crown's unique jewel, known as the eighth wonder of the world to many here in Ireland and beyond. The famous jagged promontory of around 40,000 neatly packed columns of hexagonal volcanic basalt columns created some 6 million years ago by a basaltic lava flow. The Giant's Causeway is a place where myth and science meet, where the spectacular basalt columns formed through the rapid cooling of lava from an underwater volcano, or as some may say, created by the legendary mythical Irish giant Finn McColl. For centuries, countless visitors have explored the Giant's Causeway and marveled at its unique rock formations situated on one of the world's most spectacular coastlines. Its unique rock formations have, for nearly 60 million years, stood as a natural rampart against the unbridled ferocity of the North Atlantic storms. The rugged symmetry of the columns never fails to intrigue and inspire our visitors. To stroll on the Giant's Causeway is to voyage back in time. The Giant's Causeway lies about an hour drive northwest of Belfast and 3 hours drive north of Dublin. We recommend that you take the fabled Causeway Coast route drive to get here. The closest towns are Bushmills, with its world-famous distillery, the holiday destination of Portrush, and county town of Coleraine. You can get to the Causeway by rail, bus, or coach, each having an excellent scenic route. Once you arrive at the car park and have been through the visitor center, you have two options to visit the stones. You can get the bus run by the National Trust, or you can walk. The walk is about half a mile or a kilometer from the visitor center along the coast, heading eastward, and the area is well marked out with signs and information plugs. The walk is reasonably straightforward with a consistent slope down to the causeway level on a tarmac path with plenty of places to stop. The walk takes you around the first headland, where you'll get your first glimpse of the Giant's Causeway in the distance. You'll also be able to take in the stunning landscape, cliffs, array of ancient volcanic artifacts. Sway with the wind as you cross and take in the stunning views along the Causeway Coastal Route, best known as an outstanding area of natural beauty in Northern Ireland. Carrick-a-Rede, one of Northern Ireland's most loved attractions, is cared by the National Trust, a registered conservation charity founded to protect beautiful and special places forever for everyone. Connected to the cliffs by a rope bridge across the Atlantic Ocean, Carrick-a-Rede Island, home to a single building, a fisherman's cottage, is the final destination, suspended almost 100 feet or 30 meters above sea level. The rope bridge was first erected by salmon fishermen 350 years ago. Crossing the Carrick-a-Rede rope bridge is an exhilarating experience, high above the water and open to the elements. Thousands of people come every year to blow out the cobwebs, see beautiful coastal scenery, and spot rare wildlife. For these reasons, it's a busy place and pre-booking is essential. We limit the number of people who can cross the bridge in any given hour. Time tickets. Please note a time ticketing system is in place at Karikari and you can now book online. But the site is presently closed because of the COVID lockdown restrictions. As a conservation charity, we are committed to preserving and protecting our special places and spaces for everyone to enjoy. This includes protecting ongoing conservation, managing health and safety, and trying to ease traffic congestion around the site. The bridge is a 1 kilometer walk from the car park, and please allow enough time to reach the steps of the bridge for your crossing. The last arrival time to collect your ticket from the ticket office is 15 minutes before and expiry time on the ticket. If you arrive late, we cannot honor your booking and you will not receive a refund. This beautiful avenue of beech trees was planted by the Stuart family in the 18th century. It was intended as a compelling landscape feature to impress the visitors as they approached the entrance to their Georgian mansion, Grace Hill House. 2 centuries later, the trees remain a magnificent sight and have become one of the most photographed natural phenomena in Northern Ireland. In fact, the iconic trees have been used as a filming location in HBO's epic series Game of Thrones, representing the King's Road. Featured scene Season 2, Episode 1, The North Remembers, on the King's Road. Arya Stark has escaped from the King's Landing, disguised as a boy. She is with Yoren, Jen, Dry, Hot Pie, and others who are to join the Night's Watch. In a car traveling north on the King's Road, find out about the other Game of Thrones filming locations in Northern Ireland at www.discovernorthernireland.com/Game of Thrones. Parking is available nearby at the Hedges Hotel at the DarkHedges estate for paying customers of the hotel only. Brega Road is a short walk from there. Please be careful and look both ways when crossing. Ballinlea Road is a busy road with a regular traffic flow. Leave no trace. The DarkHedges is a picturesque site and therefore we ask that visitors please leave no trace in terms of litter or damage to the area. Always open. Please note Brega Road is pedestrianized, only no vehicles allowed. The iconic ruin of Dunluce Castle bears witness to a long and tumultuous history. First built on the dramatic coastal cliffs of North County Antrim by the McKillian family around 1500, the earliest written record of the castle was in 1513. It was seized by the ambitious MacDonald clan in the 1550s, who set about stamping their mark on the castle under the leadership of the famous warrior chieftain Sorley Boy MacDonald during the era of violence, intrigue, and rebellion. In the 17th century, Dunluce was the seat of the Earls of Antrim and saw the establishment of a small town in 1608. Visitors can explore the findings of archaeological digs within the cobbled streets and stone merchants' houses of the long abandoned Dunluce town. The dramatic history of Dunluce is much by the tales of a banshee and how the castle kitchens fell into the sea one stormy night in 1639. A Dunluce Castle application for iPhone and Android devices is available free of charge from the application store and Google Play. Amidst the rugged landscape of this beautiful island, let your mind wander and discover a tranquility and beauty that is so expected. The ferry to Rathlin Island travels just 6 miles across the Sea of Moyle. This island is 6 miles long, 1 mile wide, L-shaped, and home to slowly increasing population of around 140 people. A short walk from the harbor is the Boathouse Visitor Center, where visitors can discover some of the exciting history, learn about present-day island life, and some artifacts from shipwrecks around the island. Enjoy many of the walks the island has to offer, including along the shore to Mill Bay, where you may see some of the resident seals basking or at play. Cycle hire is another way to enjoy the island or take a bus trip. From April to July is puffin season, so don't miss the opportunity to see them along with lots of other seabirds. The Refurbished Seabird Center is open to the public from Easter, with the added bonus of being able to explore a real working lighthouse, which is now part of the Great Lighthouse of Ireland tour. Many tales of myths and mysteries surround the Rathlin. Perhaps the most famous tales of Robert the Bruce in 1306. The Scottish king was driven from Scotland by Edward I of England and took refuge on Rathlin, where he watched a spider preserving again and again to bridge a gap with its web. Eventually, it succeeded. Taking heart from the spider's efforts, he returned to Scotland and eventually regained his crown. The island has a range of accommodation to suit different needs: a pub, restaurant, community shop, and gift shop offering Rathlin-produced crafts. Breakwater Studio features the work of local artist Yvonne Braithwaite. The Rathlin Development and Community Association is the voluntary body that represents the Rathlin community and manages an informative website with detailed information about services and activities on the island: www.rathlincommunity.org. Titanic Belfast is a world-leading visitor attraction and a must-see on any trip to Belfast and Northern Ireland. The iconic six-floor building is located in the heart of Belfast at the historic site where Titanic was designed, built, and launched in 1912. Titanic Belfast tells the story of the Titanic from her conception in Belfast in the early 1900s, through her construction and launch to its maiden voyage and a subsequent place in history. The self-guided Titanic experience extends over 9 interpretative and interactive galleries, which explore the sights, sounds, smells, and stories of RMS Titanic, as well as the city and people who made her. We have developed one-way themed route through the Titanic experience to allow guests can then complete their Titanic experience with a visit to the world-last remaining White Star vessel and RMS Titanic original tender ship, SS Nomadic. Waltz the decks, explore the ship, and take journey through the 100 years of authentic maritime and social history. Titanic Belfast is an accessible building. The price store adult is £19, child 5 to 16 is £8.50, child under 5 free. Essential carer free, student and employed Monday to Friday only. ID required. Free admission for NHS offer and free parking when guests spend over £15 in the Titanic store or gallery cafe. Titanic Belfast also offers discovery tour, explore the symbolism of Titanic Belfast's iconic building and walk in the footsteps of the men who built Titanic in Belfast historic shipyard. With this award-winning 1-hour walk tour currently available and modified to be an outdoor-only tour with a single-use earphones provided. Cashindon is a small picturesque coastal village in Northern Ireland, nestled just off the coast road between Ballycastle and Cashindall. It has a stunning sheltered harbour and lies at the mouth of the River Don and Glendon, and is also known as one of the stunning 9 glens of Antrim. Despite its rather picturesque appeal and stunning views of the Mull of Kintyre in Scotland 15 miles away across the North Channel, which is easily seen on clear days, it holds some sinister secrets. During the 1567, the Irish king Shane O'Neill was brutally murdered by his enemies, the MacDonalds. His home, Carra Castle, can be seen lying in ruins to this day. He was decapitated and his head sent to Dublin Castle to the representative of Elizabeth I. His headless, vengeful spirit is said to be seen haunting the nearby coastline and caves. The area still maintains a sense of uniqueness with a small population of less than 200 according to the last census. The harbors a famous mascot which is easily seen at entrance to the cave's car park.